Here are the key features. AWS CodeCommit is designed for collaborative software development. You can easily commit, branch, and merge your code, allowing you to easily maintain control of your team's projects. CodeCommit also supports pull requests, which provide a mechanism to request code reviews and discuss code with collaborators. You can create a repository from the AWS Management Console, AWS CLI, or AWS SDKs and start working with the repository using Git. Encryption. You can transfer your files to and from AWS CodeCommit using HTTPS or SSH as you prefer. Your repositories are also automatically encrypted at rest through AWS Key Management Service, AWS KMS, using customer-specific keys. Access control. AWS CodeCommit uses AWS Identity and Access Management, AWS IAM, to control and monitor who can access your data, as well as how, when, and where they can access it. CodeCommit also helps you monitor your repositories via AWS CloudTrail and Amazon CloudWatch. High availability and durability. AWS CodeCommit stores your repositories in Amazon S3 and Amazon DynamoDB. Git objects are stored in S3, while Git indexes are stored in DynamoDB. Your encrypted data is redundantly stored across multiple facilities. This architecture increases the availability and durability of your repository data. Unlimited repositories. AWS CodeCommit allows you to create as many repositories as you need, with up to 1,000 repositories by default, and no limits upon request. You can securely store anything, such as source code, binaries, images, and libraries, and more. You can also version control all these files. Easy access and integration. You can use the AWS Management Console, AWS CLI, and AWS SDKs to manage your repositories. You can also use Git commands or Git graphical tools to interact with your repository source files. AWS CodeCommit supports all Git commands and works with your existing Git tools. You can integrate with your development environment plugins or continuous integration continuous delivery systems CI/CD. Notifications and custom scripts. You can now receive notifications for events impacting your repositories. You can set up notification rules for a repository so that repository users receive emails about the repository event types you specify. For example, you can configure a notification rule to send notifications when comments are made on commits. Notifications will come in the form of Amazon SNS notifications. Each notification will include a status message, as well as a link to the resources whose event generated that notification. Additionally, using AWS CodeCommit repository triggers, you can send notifications and create HTTP webhooks with Amazon SNS. For example, you can configure trigger to send emails to subscribed users when a pull request is created. You can also invoke AWS Lambda functions in response to the repository events you choose. For example, you can configure to trigger a Lambda function when a new commit is pushed. AWS Lambda then uploads the code from the repository to a S3 bucket.